So I have been a fan of Q mixers for a really long time. I've been a fan of John Mount for a really long time. You're clearly a fan of both.
Yes.
Please introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
I'm Betsy Frost. I'm the CEO of Q Mixers.
And tell me about Q mixers because it's such a gorgeous product. It's
It
such
is,
an
thank
incredible
you.
thing. Like, what was the inspiration for? Did you start it, or were you brought in to run it?
It was started by Jordan Silbert,
Okay.
who was having a gin and tonic one night with his buddies in Brooklyn on the rooftop, and he
I
started.
hear stories like that, and I'm like, I wasted my life.
know,
should have.
right?
Why wasn't I having a drink in Brooklyn?
Well, if you talk to his friends, he's like, yeah, and he ruined the whole night because all he started talking about was how like sweet and awful the tonic was.
Yeah, especially
And
if you're mixing it with premium booze.
Totally. And if you know Jordan, he then complained about it for another full month, nonstop.
like
And they were like,
complaining
you
about it, be
gotta
about
do
it.
something.
Yeah.
So he launched Q Tonic, was the first product.
And where does the name come from?
It comes from question,
Oh,
because
interesting.
Jordan questioned why the tonic couldn't be as good as the gin.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Well, then tell me about your journey. How did you go from like where'd you grow up? Where'd you go to school?
Yeah,
How'd you
I grew
become
up in
CEO
New
of Q Mixer?
Jersey, and I actually went to college
Joke
with
is which
Jordan.
exit?
That's right. Central North, Morristown, New Jersey. And then
Got
Jordan and I actually went to college together.
Oh, interesting.
Oddly enough, we were like friendly, but then our first job out of college, we were economic development fellows in
Sounds
Sonoma
incredible.
County, California.
I love it
And we were
already.
like the two fellows in an office of 7 people.
Yeah, please tell me there's a lot of
And-
wine. Sonoma
Oh
County's
my
known
God,
for
the
wine.
first day that we got there, we go out to lunch with like everyone and we have wine at lunch. And we were like,
Very French.
what kind of job is this? But from there, I worked in tech startup, went to business school to start a company, and ended up at General Mills for 14 years.
Oh, wow.
So
What'd you do at General Mills?
I was in marketing. I was on everything from like Cheerios to Yoplait, Old El Paso. Started a new products incubator. Worked on the food service and convenience side of the business as well. And as part of one of those things, I created this mentorship program with entrepreneurs and people at Mills. And that kind of started advising smaller companies. So I've worked with about 30 companies from pre-revenue to $1 billion and left to do that full time. And then got sucked into one of those companies. So I was the CMO at Dry Soda.
Oh, I
in the
remember Dry
Pac
Soda. Yeah, yeah.
Northwest.
My buddy Doug Aiken used to work there.
Yeah. And was there for a few years to help them kind of restructure, and then went to a company called Hoplark out of Boulder.
Okay.
They make hop tea, a 0.0 product,
Got it.
and a sparkling water. And this came up, and I was like, no way. Like, Q, really? Jordan's company? So I started with them last November.
So if Jordan's not running Q, what does Jordan do?
Jordan and his co-founder, Ben, now have a vegan stick company called Agro.
Vegan stick?
Yeah, like kind of a vegan meat stick.
Oh,
stick.
interesting.
Yeah.
Got it.
Protein stick.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Everything's about
they're
protein
here
these days.
up in the North Hall.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everyone's familiar with Q Mixer, but I'd love it if you could kind of familiarize us with like, what are the sweet spots? What's the route to market? Like, what's the state of the state?
Yeah, so I mean, we're a premium mixer brand. Make everything from ginger beer to tonic to club to grapefruit. We are just launching a new line called Q Refreshers, which is the first fruit-forward mixer line in the category with electrolytes.
How many consumers just drink your product as just a sparkling beverage?
You know, people tell us it's about 50% drink it on
because
its own.
I don't drink alcohol,
Yeah.
but I still drink Q Mixers because I just think the product's good.
Well, it's amazing. I mean, it's perfect for obviously cocktails. Like it's made to mix and stand up to a booze, highly carbonated, but it is also made to be drank on its own.
Yeah.
We put that much care in the flavor and the taste profile.
Yeah, well, when you stop drinking, you realize I can only drink so much Diet Coke.
Seriously.
And then you realize like a club soda or a tonic with lime or a
Yeah.
little juice is a really delightful way to kind of enjoy that adult flavor without a ridiculous mocktail experience.
Exactly. Yeah, just on their own, people drink them as mocktails.
What's the split then? Because I mean, your product seems to scream on premise, but I imagine you got a really robust grocery business as well.
Yeah, we're about third on premise, grocery, and then Amazon is another big.
So a lot of our listeners are emerging brand sort of founders.
Yeah.
What's the route to market like? Because for a lot of people, on-premise is like this black box.
Yeah.
Like unless you grew up in on-premise, it's really confusing for most people.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of route to markets, to be honest. So on premise, we're with liquor distributors. So our RNDC breakthroughs of the world.
Yep. Makes sense. I mean, they own that customer. They own that bar manager.
And I mean, it's really about partnering with them on a full solution, not selling a product, but a bar solution for them. And Q fits in really nicely in that it can be used as back a bar for a mocktail or a cocktail, and you don't have to bring in all kinds of additional mocktail materials. So it can really work across the menu. We're now doing a lot of like coffee shops are bringing us in and using us as their sparkling coffee in a sparkling cold brew.
Interesting.
Or Press Juicery brings us in and uses our club to make their sparkling juice. So we can fit in all of these day parts. And then grocery is direct and through Unify and KE, depending on the customer.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talk to a lot of what we do is with modern soda and kind of sparkling products.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating to me the amount of entrepreneurs I meet when they talk about, yeah, I designed the product in my kitchen and we used some flavors and we used a Q mixer as like a base and that's how we realized it tastes great sparkling and then we found a formulator to kind of make it commercial. But I do hear about your product being used as like kind of the handmaiden to the mother of invention.
Totally. It's the base of like beautiful creation. We say it's for the maker, someone who loves to create.
So you must spend a lot of time around cocktails. What's your favorite cocktail?
At home, I enjoy a tequila tonic.
Really?
Yes.
And how many times do you have to send it back because they sent soda?
I know, right?
That's
like,
the bane of every tonic drinker.
Yeah. But we started drinking them at home and we call them, it's our house drink. And
And what are the different package formats? Do you guys have like something that's dedicated on premise or is it sort of the same packs?
I mean, we have our little cans are probably what we're known the most for. Then we have a 7.5 ounce bottle, which is mostly on premise, and then a 750 bottle as well.
So when you're doing RNDC and those guys to on premise, do they also do your grocery stores?
That's a good question. They do a few, but not many.
So you got a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
You got a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
Well, that's incredible. And then what does the innovation look like? I mean, I think you guys have got such a great line. It sounds like you're playing with other packaging.
Yep.
But there's the new sort of juice line.
Yep.
Anything else?
Yeah, well, new refreshers, so that's the electrolyte sparkling
And that's
juice.
crazy because that sounds like it would probably mix well with booze, but I imagine it's more of like a standalone.
It's both.
Like
and if you
everything
think
else.
about it, like 70% of ready-to-drinks, whether it's hard seltzer or ready-to-drinks, are a fruit-forward flavor. Yet there's no fruit mixer in the mixer set. So like if you wanted to make your own and premiumize it, how do you do it? That's really the inspiration. And then consumers and people we're working with were like, give me something more. Like a plus. So that's the electrolyte benefit in it.
Well, it's such an incredible category too because like the premiumization of mixers has been probably a long time coming. Like I worked at Coke for a long time. John worked at Coke for a long time. We sold a lot of Canada Dry, but there was nothing premium about it. It was made on the same lines that we made Coke.
Yeah.
So what are the big differentiators then between a Q mixer versus something like a Schweppes or a Canada Dry or the plastic bottle brands?
Yeah, we have nothing artificial. So they're all non-GMO, very simple ingredient decks, and then less sugar. So the flavor can come through. Like our tonic uses agave. And so you get the earthiness of the actual sweetness that fits with the booze.
Well, I think that's probably like the bug that got under Jordan's bonnet was, you know, I'm paying money for top shelf liquor and I'm putting it on like essentially a soda pop.
Totally. And the mouthfeel and the sweetness and it like coats your teeth. Like we don't have any of that.
Yeah. Well, what are the big things you're excited about achieving in 2026?
Oh, well, we just rolled out new packaging, which is kind of reminiscent of where we were, Back to the Future, which
How
is
long's
really
the brand
exciting.
been around?
It's been around since 2008.
Oh, that's time for a lot of package changes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Back to the Future.
We kind of went back to the future of what makes the product great, of being this base for makers to create something special, whether that's on its own or with something else. So getting that into market, we just got distribution on American Airlines.
That's a big one. That's a captive audience.
So that's really fun. I mean, what a great way to serve people. Gives the business a lot of air cover, literally. But we have our tonic club and
Clearly you guys
mix.
been working around the office for a while.
We're like, what do you think of that? So that's really exciting. It's like,
For real.
you know, the biggest sampling program you could ever have.
No, it's brand building for real.
And we're really working on building some discovery distribution. I mean, we've been around for a while, but you know, the premium mixer set only has 5% penetration. And so just breaking through into people's routines.
Well, like kind of a thought I was having is like, are there sort of alcohol influencers or bartender influencers? Like,
There are.
how do you convince like the mixologists, the guys who are setting trends,
Yeah.
that this is the way?
It's not that hard. I mean, they like the product already.
Yeah, 'cause it's either this or something that came
Yeah.
from Coke. Yeah.
So it's, it's a natural fit with them. We've got people coming to us who are constantly asking if they can rep the brand. And
Cool business. Like we were fortunate to be involved with it for a little while. I'm honestly cheering for you guys every
Thank you.
place I go. More places than not, I bump into John Mount out there hustling. So you guys are definitely on the move. Thank you so much for sitting down with
Thank
us. I
you.
really
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
it.